In today's video, we are going to show a Linux tip how to correctly check exit code for a command piping with gzip. In this demo, we're going to use db backup pipe with the gzip command to perform database backup. So typically for Postgres SQL and MySQL, and we use those dump command and backup database. And if database is large, we will pipe them into the zip command, gzip, pygz, or whatever zip command we use, and save it to a compressed file. Okay. So let's use a script to take a look. So this is a short script. So just called db backup db. So for this short script, we can see it, and I'm using the Postgres example. We're gonna use the Postgres dump as the command, and back up this database and then save to a file. After that, I'm going to check the exit code, and if not 0, that means backup failed. If 0, that means successful. Okay, so for this system, you can see it. I do have a database name called test. Okay, so I'm going to just run this script. You can see it. So if I run this script, you can see backup successful, right? So that means the backup script. So in this script, we back up this database and save to file because the exit code is 0, so we get a successful. Now let's see another example. So if I'm simulate a situation, let's see. If I'm simulate a situation, and so let's see, for whatever reason, the backup is failed. Okay, so let me see, test 1, because test 1 doesn't exist, so this command is gonna fail. Okay, so if we run this script, we'll see, you can see the backup failed because the command is not returning the non-zero, returning a non-zero code. All right, so this is the typical way we check the exit code. Okay, so in this example, as we said, because we're gonna using the pipe with the compress, so this is the command we run and then we're gonna pipe to a compress command. In our case, we use gzip. So when we use this one, and we also use the same syntax, check the $?. If $?, not 0, this backup failed. If $check is 0, then successful. Let's run this. So if I run this one, you can see backup successful. That means both the backup command and the gzip command successfully finished. So that is what we got this result. And in the real world, we will like send emails if successful or failed to the people who manage in the database. So now let's simulate a situation. So I'm going to simulate if the backup failed. However, you will see it will still report it is successful. Let's run this one. Right? So what happens is, because the first command failed, however, the second command, gzip, was successful. This happens in the real world. Many people may not aware this behavior because we thought, and we only need to check the dollar question mark. However, sometimes even the first command failed, the gzip is still successful. That is what will end up, even the backup failed, we are not being notified. Okay, so that is happens in the world from probably is not uncommon. Okay, so in this example, we're gonna use a bash, that is the default Linux shell. So in the bash, it has a variable. It's called pipe status. This variable. So this variable indicates in the pipeline. For example, let me use example. Okay, so in the pipeline, if I have command 1, pipe to command 2, pipe to command 3. So this exit code, it is corresponding to command 1, this one command 2, and this one command 3. Okay, so I made a typo, so this be command 2. Okay, 0, 1, 2. So in our case, we're going to use this variable to check. Okay, so let's copy this. So I'm going to make a slightly modification. I'm going to use -o. It's all. Okay, and insert this one not equal 0. So that means I need to check both exit. So this one will check the first command. This one is going to check the second command. So if any of these return non-zero, that means the backup failed. Okay, other than that, we're successful. All right, so let's run this. So as we expected, because in our case, missing, let's see, missing a space. Okay, all right, so let's run this one more time, and you can see backup successful, and also you can see this is the file created. Okay, and we can also change the as a gzip file, so in this way easy to identify. Okay, and so let's run the second test. If it runs the second test, see if the first command failed, what we're gonna get. Okay, so if the first command failed, let's see, we simulate this. You can see we did get the correct return code as backup failed. Okay, so let me run another test. So let's see, the first command is successful, but for some reason the gzip was failed. For example, if for whatever reason we have some the option is wrong, and like typos, like something like that. So in this way, and this one's gonna successful, but the question mark, dollar question mark, is gonna fail. Okay, let's try this one. You see, backup, it's failed. Okay, so now through this example, we can see we can correctly to check exit code. So we not only check the question mark for the last command, we also need to check the command status in the pipes. In our case, we only have one command, then actually two commands, right? So if we have some other command, so we will put those one into this. So in this way, we can correctly check and get notified. If backup failed, and we will send an email to us to to make sure the script was written correctly. So without this one, we may not able to correctly check the backup. So and this is something myself learned in the real world when I write a script, and in some situation the check backup was not correctly being checked. Okay. All right, so that is a short video. I'm going to just stop here.